Lecture quiz number 5 is investigating sociological research methods so we can better understand the tools of sociological inquiry. After this lecture, you should be able to differentiate between the 4 different kinds of research methods and explain the appropriateness of specific research approaches. Sociologists examine the social world, identify problems or patterns, and set out to study them. Planning the research design is crucial, and sociologists typically choose from widely used methods of social investigation. Surveys are a fundamental research method in sociology used to collect data from subjects through questionnaires or interviews. This method allows respondents to express their personal ideas, often with a level of anonymity that encourages honesty. Notable examples include the United States Census, which gathers demographic data, and Nielsen ratings, which measures television viewership. Surveys can feature closed-end questions, which provide quantitative data, or open-ended questions, which yield qualitative insights. Researchers typically target a specific population and may use random sampling to ensure that every individual has an equal chance of being selected. While surveys are excellent for capturing opinions and self-reporting behaviors, they may not always accurately reflect how people behave in real-life situations. This balance of advantages and limitations makes surveys a versatile, yet sometimes imperfect tool in sociological research. Field research is a method used to gather primary data from natural environments, allowing sociologists to observe and interact with subjects in their everyday settings. This approach includes various methods such as participant observation, ethnography, and case studies. For instance, researchers have studied the impact of Lady Gaga and Beyonce on musical social media and social equality using these techniques. Field research is particularly valuable for observing behaviors as they occur naturally, providing rich qualitative insights. However, it can be challenging to establish causal relationships due to the many variables present in natural settings. This balance of advantages and limitations makes field research a powerful tool for understanding complex social phenomena. Participant observation is a research method where researchers join and actively participate in group activities to gain a deeper understanding of social dynamics. This approach allows researchers to experience the environmental and interactions firsthand. Notable examples include Rodney Rotham's My Fake Job, where he pretended to work at a .com agency, and Barbara Ehrenreich's Nickel and Dimed, where she worked wage jobs to explore the lives of low-income workers. The main advantage of participant observation is the ability to observe authentic behaviors and interactions within the group. However, it can be challenging for researchers to blend in seamlessly and avoid influencing the group's behavior, which can affect the reliability of the data collected. This balances of advantages and limitations makes participant observation a valuable, again, complex method in sociological research. Ethnography is a research method that involves immersing the researcher in social community to observe and experience everyday life and culture. This approach allows for a deep understanding of how individuals within the community perceive their social standing and interact with each other. Examples of ethnographic studies include research on small U.S. towns and Inuit communities, where researchers spend extended periods observing and participating in the daily activities of the community members. A specialized form of this method, institutional ethnography, focuses on everyday social relationships, often from a feminist perspective, to highlight the experiences of marginalized groups within societal power structures. This method provides rich, qualitative insights, but requires significant time and effort to build trust and accurately capture the community's dynamics. A case study is a research method that involves an in-depth analysis of a single event, situation, or individual. This approach allows researchers to explore complex phenomena in great detail. For example, studies on feral children provide unique insights into child development outside of typical social environments. The main advantage of case studies is the depth of understanding they offer, which can reveal intricate details and nuances that broader studies might miss. However, a significant limitation is the lack of generalizability. Findings from a single case may not apply to other situations or populations. This balance of advantages and limitations make case studies a valuable tool for exploring unique or rare occurrences in sociology. Experiments are a research method used to test hypotheses through controlled investigation. There are two main types of experiment: lab-based experiments, which are conducted in a controlled environment, and field experiences, which take place in natural settings. For example, Francis Hosenstom's study on police prejudice involved placing Black Panther bumper stickers on students' cars to observe if it affected the number of traffic stops they received. Another notable example is Deva Pager's study on the racial impact of the criminal record, where she sent pairs of black and white job applicants with similar qualifications to apply for jobs and observe the differences in callback rates, which are noted here in this image. The main advantage of experiments is the ability to control variables and establish cause and effect relations. However, they can be affected by the Hawthorne effect, where participants alter their behavior because they know they are being observed. This balance of advantages and limitations makes experiments a powerful, yet sometimes challenging method in sociological research. Secondary data analysis involves using existing data collected by other researchers or organizations to conduct sociological research. This method can include analyzing historical documents, government statistics, or data from various agencies. For example, researchers might use census data to study demographic trends or historical records to understand social changes over time. The main advantage of secondary data analysis is that it is cost-effective and non-reactive, meaning it does not influence people's behavior since the data has already been collected. However, challenges include ensuring the accuracy and relevancy of the data, as it may not always perfectly align with the researcher's specific needs. The balance of advantages and limitations makes secondary data analysis a valuable tool as well, looking to leverage existing information. Your quiz question is, which of the following research methods involves the researcher immersing themselves in a social community to observe and experience everyday life and culture? The second question, checking for comprehension and understanding, is what is a key advantage of using secondary data analysis in sociological research? It allows researchers to manipulate variables in a controlled environment. It provides in-depth insights into unique cases. It is cost-effective and non-reactive, meaning it does not influence people's behaviors. It enables researchers to observe behaviors in natural settings. Every scientist, and in particular sociologists, really have to choose the appropriate research method. Selecting the right research method is crucial for obtaining accurate and meaningful data. Different methods are suited to different types of research questions and topics. For example, surveys are excellent for gathering large amounts of data on people's opinions, while ethnography provides deep insights and cultural practices. The appropriateness of the method impacts the validity and reliability of research findings. Using the wrong method can lead to biased or incomplete data, which can compromise the study's conclusions. Choosing the right method can also improve the efficiency of the research process, saving time and resources. For instance, secondary data analysis can be most cost-effective and better than conducting new surveys or experiments if money is an issue. Researchers must ensure that participants are fully informed about the nature of the study and consent to participate. This is a significant ethical consideration in all sociological research. This includes explaining the purpose, procedures, risks, and benefits of the research. In addition, confidentiality is of utmost importance. Protecting the privacy of research participants is paramount. Researchers must handle data responsibly and ensure that personal information is kept confidential and secure. In addition, sociological research and all research should not cause physical, emotional, or psychological harm to participants. Researchers must be sensitive to the potential impacts of studies and take steps to minimize any risk. And of course, researchers must conduct their studies with honesty and integrity, avoiding any form of deception or manipulation. This includes accurately reporting findings and acknowledging any limitations or biases in the research.